Good afternoon. Okay. I am actually, sorry, I had to take this down. This is my butterfly. Okay, this is going to sound, I don't think I've ever brought this up before. I might have, but I actually use, any of you guys know what Beanie Babies are? Because I am very attracted to animals, and I feel like animals have a power and a meaning for everything. Like I said, Diana is my goddess. She's the lady of beasts. And, animals, to me, have, some sort of association or something with everything. Or they can always mean something to me. So I actually use these for symbolization a lot in my practice. Like, during the summer and months and spring, and during that time I had this butterfly hanging up for transformation. For, reawakening the earth. And so that's why I was hanging up on my altar, and since now, it's coming to an end, she's coming down. Okay, I've only really, showed you guys my room, like, once, and it was a long time ago, and it was really short because I had to hurry and get my son. Well, sorry, I'm just walking around a little bit. This is where I do my cauldron of memory, my path working. I have a little mini altar for the elven and fairies. I have a tree agate. This is petrified wood, moss agate, and just regular black agate, and malachite right in the center because it is so, such a powerful stone for me, and it's very associated with spirits and nature and the earth. And then I have a little offering for the elven and fairy kind because I haven't worked with her in a while with everything going on, but an elven spirit that I've become allies with, and her name is India, and it's very powerful when I first met her. This is my picture of Mother Earth. It's very Native American, and my mom is Native American, and so she had it, and I just kind of took it. So I brought it down here because I've always loved this picture. You can see the spirits of the animals around her, and there's, the earth in her womb. It's such a beautiful picture. And then there's the night sky and the star people. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep coughing. And I thought it was crazy. There's a turtle right there. And for a little while, I was very drawn to turtles. And I kind of am a little bit still. I can't really find much on why, though. So it is a beautiful, beautiful picture. I love it. Alright, well, I was actually getting my altar set up for Shadowfest, Samhain, and, Halloween, whatever you call it. I'm sorry about the lighting in here. It's so kind of dark. It's a very kind of closed-off room. There's no windows. It's because this is the basement. It's the one room in the basement that I've always really liked and been drawn to, and I was like, you know what? This is my room. Well, this is my beginning of my Shadowfest altar. Here's that. I have 3 altar cloths. I had this beautiful black lacy looking one. Well, during one of my full moon rituals, because as you know, I practice Italian witchcraft, I use something called the spirit flame. It's a fire. And I went to pour a little bit more because the fire went out, so I went to put a little bit more stuff in there. The fire blew up in my face and caught my table on fire. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It was really easy to put out. I just had to cover it up with something real quick, but this altar cloth kind of got burnt, so there's a little bit spots over here that got pretty bad. So then I got this purple Celtic knot one, and I'm honestly really not into the Celtic knots that much. I am a little bit Irish, and I would like to eventually learn a little bit more about that, and see if there's things I'm drawn to, and, what, if I can, if there's anything that I would want to put in my practice. I just haven't really, it's not something I've been fully drawn to yet. But it's a pentagram, and I like that, so I got that one. But since, for Samhain, and since I do really like working with the dead and spirits, I'm very drawn to working with spirits and ancestors. I got this one, and it's a bandana, actually, I got from Walmart. It's got a whole bunch of skulls all over it. I have another one, too, a black skull one that I'm going to put on my ancestor spirit altar. So, but this is my little altar. Here's my nice big old mortar and pestle.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm coming. Hold on. Here's one of my little skull bottles. I'm going to put graveyard dirt in one of them and spirit water in the other. I need to make them. I need to go get them. And that's going to go on my altar. There's the stone that Lizzie Ray gave me. The statue I wanted to bring down here, and I'm like, I don't know where to put it though. And I kind of want it upstairs near my Laura and Lose shrine and on my bookshelf. So I'm not sure where I'm going to keep that for sure yet. So it's kind of like in between. This is my chalice, my cup that I only use during the dark months, like Samhain, you know. I don't know. I haven't used it during Yule yet, but I might actually, just because it's a rebirth. Death and rebirth are very close quarters and very close to each other. I actually should have used it for Maven too, but I don't know. I'll talk about that later. There's the corn. And I had this from Maven, but the corn mother is a very big thing in Native American culture. So I'm kind of drawn to keeping it there to honor my ancestors on my Native American side. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then my pumpkin is kind of blocked off right now from my beautiful, beautiful Diana statue. So, and then there's my little thing. This is, I don't actually have a god statue for Diana's yet, but I plan on getting one. I just haven't found one that I'm drawn to yet. And they're always like $30, $40. And it's like, I just, you know, if I'm not that drawn to it, I'm not going to get it for that much money. It's my little my little glitter pumpkin. I love this thing. It's so pretty. And then a feather that I found in our backyard. There's my other little pentacle. Scissors, very big deal in Italian folk magic. Very, very big deal. And they have to be black and red. At least that's what I've always been heard and always been taught. I mean, if you haven't, you're something else and you do what you do. So yeah, this is my little altar. This is like my main Sabbath working altar, I guess you could say. I actually don't, when I'm doing spells, I don't really use this altar that much. Depending on what I'm doing, sometimes I don't really even use an altar. Sometimes I don't really even cast circle when I'm doing a spell, unless it's going to be something that's kind of not nice, I guess you could say. Like, it depends on what I'm doing, but most of the time I use that table that I have out on the back porch, and it's like my altar table for outside. I usually use that. But when it gets cold, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. Here is my skull. This is my baby. Hear me? I love, love, love this skull. It's amazing. It's got a whole bunch of little signs all over for the planets. It's got the Seal of Solomon or the Star of David, but that's got runes and alchemy signs. I've studied what's on this, but I haven't figured out all of them yet. So if there's some of them that are popping out to you and you know, let me know, because it's something that bothers me. Like when people use something and they don't know what it means, it's like, really? Why? Then how are you going to use it? I love the crow in the back. It's my favorite. And I've been trying to translate that for so long and I can't figure all of it out. But yeah, some of these signs I have been studying. I am still working on all of them though. Because I'm not going to use something that I'm not going to try and translate. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to use something, you should know everything about it and what it means. So, a lot of them I do, but not all of them. I'm working on it. Alright. So, that's that one. It's really not that big. I want to get another little table to go next to it to make it bigger. So, I don't know. And there's a besom that I bought. It's one of the cinnamon brooms I bought last year around Halloween. So, I mean, I don't use it as my besom, but I might just for right now cleanse it and use one until I make my own. And then this, I was thinking of using as my stang, but it doesn't have another one. It's supposed to be like horns. I was going to use it as the feminine one. I found this. Okay, then I was thinking about using it as a besom, you know, because I love it. I found this when we were walking in the woods one day, and it's, you know, smooth. It's like driftwood, you know. But I don't know how. I mean, there was water, but I mean, there wasn't that much water. I didn't think it could smooth out a, you know, really long stick that much. And so that's where I used to meditate. And now when I'm doing pathworking stuff, now I've been doing them here. I haven't done them in a little while though, but that's where I used to. And there's my big old selenite block. And there's my tiger, because, remember I was telling you when I made the Mama Tigress oil, I was empowering her. I was soaking up the essence of the Mama Tigress. And so I've had her out for a little while. And when I was younger, I was so drawn to tigers. Like, it was ridiculous. I mean, I was obsessed. And same with Black Panthers and pretty much all cats. And this is my Diana altar. There is stuff that, like, I might not show you, but, I mean, I don't really have much of that out right now, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Some of the stuff I just might not say what it is. But this is my beautiful Diana altar. This is the water I made on the Pisces full moon for her, because she is the goddess of the moon. And to me, I work with water a lot. I work with the sea a lot, and she's the goddess of the moon, and that automatically connects with the water and the sea. So I do have a lot of things on here for her, moon blanket.